Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, now how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. Fellow Biafrans, Sowore has opened the Pandora box. He has exposed that thing that your so-called Igbo politicians are scared to speak about. Please hear Sowore, then I will come back to play something I want you all to listen to. If you are ready, let's go there. Hear what he said about Nnamdi Kanu, and it will blow your mind. What he said was the gospel truth. Hear it for yourself and be the judge. Listen.
They know that Nnamdi Kanu's trial cannot go anywhere. And they know that if it is concluded, it's a problem. If it is not concluded, it is a problem. So they make it an open-ended trial so that they will look as if something is happening. But they are not interested in his trial. They are interested in holding him perpetually until people realize that that's what they are doing. And I realized that a long time ago. The problem is that everybody has become complacent about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom.
Listen.
They have allowed the so-called Southeastern leaders who are deceiving them to say, oh, we are negotiating, we will get this thing resolved, to allow them to calm down the restless people who should get him out. You are not going to get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention by negotiation. It's not possible. Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom for his unity. The payment they are demanding for is absolute unity and loyalty, regardless of what they are doing to Igbos.
Listen.
Yes, or they are doing to other Nigerians. We treat yes. Unless that ransom is paid, and that ransom is Nnamdi, or Nnamdi is rescued from the kidnappers. I think I want to say this because Nnamdi Kanu is my friend, and I've been in this court several times on his behalf. In fact, when I would come to this court in the past, they would attack me physically. I was attacked physically thrice. Just the reason I don't come to court anymore is that a federal high court judge actually gave an order that I cannot attend this trial.
Listen.
This current trial, yes.
Listen.
He mentioned my name specifically. So I don't want to waste my time coming to court, but to be more than, I think the problem is that everybody has become complacent about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. They have allowed the so-called Southeastern leaders who are deceiving them to say, oh, we are negotiating, we will get this thing resolved, to allow them to calm down the restless people who should get him out. You are not getting, this is what I should tell you, you are not going to get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention by negotiation. It's not possible.
Listen.
Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom for his unity. The payment they are demanding for is absolute unity and loyalty, regardless of what they are doing to Igbos. Yes, or they are doing to other Nigerians.
Listen.
Unless that ransom is paid, and that ransom is Nnamdi, or Nnamdi is rescued from the kidnappers. Look, all these razzmatazz we are seeing in Nigeria in the courts, Nnamdi Kanu's trial has nothing to do with judges. If the Supreme Court justices decide that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, he will not be freed.
Listen.
The DSS will not leave him. True. Because that has happened several times. It's not matter for what they come to do in the courtroom is scripted drama. So that they will give an impression that, they know that Nnamdi Kanu's trial cannot go anywhere. And they know that if it is concluded, it's a problem. If it is not concluded, it is a problem. So they make it an open-ended trial so that they will look as if something is happening. But they are not interested in his trial.
Listen.
They are interested in holding him perpetually until people realize that that's what they are doing. And I realize,
yes, sir. With all due respect, they are holding him, literally forever and ever. I tagged it until 2027 because Tinubu, being who he is, they will use him as a bargaining chip. They are holding him forever. That's the problem. But some of you say, no, okay, there's a deal here now. Let us blackmail Simon Ekpa. Once we blackmail Simon Ekpa in Finland, that he is the problem, he is the one causing the problem, then suddenly Nigeria will now release Nnamdi Kanu. This was the assumption of these guys. Let's find a way to blackmail Simon Ekpa. When we blackmail Simon Ekpa, in fact, with Finland, we have a deal with Bianca Ojukwu. We have a deal with the governors, Pitamba, hopes of them, that once we blackmail Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Some of these guys, they believed it. They sent their men to Finland to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And today, the only one who was speaking the language of Nigeria, Simon Ekpa. The only one who was matching his words with action. Our own blackmailed him, betrayed him. Our own did that. Our politicians did that. The governors did that. Bianca Ojukwu did that. Even the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, the wife or the ex-wife, I don't know, Uchechi Kanu, she was part of those who wrote that her husband Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Biafra, that what Simon Ekpa is doing is alien to IPOB, that they know nothing about Simon Ekpa, that Simon Ekpa is not part of them. And also the DOS, those that say they believe in command and control, they sent 3 people to Finland, 3 IPOB members to Finland to help Nigerian government collaborate that story that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist and not a member of IPOB. Finland had all what they wanted to hang Simon Ekpa. And they gave him 6 years. Now he's doing the appeal. But what's the payback? The agreement is get us the head of Simon Ekpa, and Nnamdi Kanu is a free man. We know he's a cool guy, but the problem is Simon Ekpa. Go and get him for us. A third party discussion. I hear say them talk say it be like say. I hear say if you get Simon Ekpa, Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. And those idiots, those I call you useful idiots, UI. They went into work to blackmail Simon Ekpa, thinking that way Nigeria will keep to her words. Now they understood the reason why they said when you are dining with the devil, you should come with a long spoon. Because today, Nigeria has done that thing that we have in our Igbo adage. A saying that when you have enemies in your left and right, they are all coming to fight you at the same time, you may not win the battle. The only way to win the battle is those on your right. Tell them you want to make peace with them. Give them food, drink, let them eat and wine. While away their sorrow. When they see that friendship in you, take that same time to destroy those ones in your right, on your right hand side. After you have destroyed your enemies on the right hand side, you can now focus on the one on the left and give them the water. They won't even see it coming. It will be like a sucker punch. Today, those that say they love Nnamdi Kanu and that they will work with Nigeria, they say Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. They will work with Nigeria. They will collaborate with Nigeria. They will partner with Nigeria. Do you understand the meaning of that? Do you guys understand the meaning of that? That Nigeria is holding our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, and some IPOB members. They went to collaborate. It means they went to work hand in hand with Nigeria to rope Simon Ekpa and say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, a killer of his people. And that way, once they do it, they were assured by a third party, not directly from the presidency. A third party, Bianca Ojukwu, the governors, the politicians, they assured them that they are working with Tinubu. All they need is the head of Simon Ekpa. And Nnamdi Kanu will be a free man. The same way the son of Tinubu went to tell our brother Nnamdi Kanu that if you guys can gather men for us to vote for Tinubu, he'll release Nnamdi Kanu. A third party speaking. They believed him. By the end, Tinubu is president and Nnamdi Kanu is still languishing in jail. So what he's going through is not a trial, but a persecution. There is a difference between a trial and a persecution. Persecution, to persecute someone, is different from a trial. You guys will not understand this. Sometimes they will bring the worst to compare with you. You saw that video and pictures of a terrorist carrying ammunition, bullets, all across his body. Speaking with the media in Nigeria, he was discussing, he was making a press statement with Nigerians and the politicians and other stuff. And he was warning them. But Nnamdi Kanu is still being seen as the enemy. Simon Ekpa is still seen as the bad guy. Just like in your Bible, even Pontius Pilate tried to play a fast one. He assumed that the people will be mature enough to do what is right. So he presented to them Barnabas and Jesus. He said, I present to you Barnabas, the one you call Boko Haram, the one you call the kidnapper, the one you call the bandit, the one who is a member of, the Fulani Cabal, the Caliphate, a member of Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakurawa. The one who kidnaps from you, the one who steals from you, the one who demolish your business, the one who steals your land. I present to you the highway robber, Barnabas. Against this one they call Jesus. This one who is just a drunk who said he's the king of the Jews. Anguruma. He's a drunkard, just, a small boy. A 33-year-old small boy saying he's the king of the Jews. Whom do you want me to release on this day? The people chose Barnabas. Nigerians chose Barnabas over Jesus. Today is happening again before your eyes. Terrorists having a peace deal. When they kill and kill and kill, when they are caught, suddenly they beg them, say, please now, can we just have a deal? Let us keep you somewhere for 3 weeks. And once we keep you for 3 weeks, we will now say you are now repented. You become born again. We come with this policy. It is called the cheese approach policy, where we fund you, we pay you monthly, and we feed you every day. The cheese approach policy, a non-kinetic approach by the Nigerian government and their military towards the Islamic jihadists from the far north. The cheese approach policy, or the cheese policy, as said by Malam El-Rufai. He called it the cheese policy. That it's a policy that was coined by the NSA, the National Security Advisor of Nigeria. Malam, what's his name again? Noru Ribadu, that ostrich. They came with the policy for their brothers. But when it comes to the Biafrans, your own brother who is speaking, advocating for your freedom to protect the land from this guy is coming to take over our land. You went to Finland to blackmail your own. But the Fulani, they came with a law, a cheese policy that I coined a cheese approach policy. They came with a law. They enacted the law that going forward, when they catch their own, they will come with a deal and bribe them. They pay them every month. It means the terrorists, they are on benefit in Nigeria. It means there is a benefit system in Nigeria where you are paid monthly. And guess what? You are fed every day. In the USA, we call it the voucher card, or the food voucher. Where you use those vouchers, you can only buy food stuff in America. If you are poor, if you don't have a job, if you have lost your job and you can't feed yourself, they give you what they call a food voucher. You go all the way to buy food. Now in Nigeria, they have a benefit system, but the only people who are entitled to this benefit system are the terrorists. Make that make sense. You see, you Nigerians that think you believe in Nigeria, that Nigeria will be great, I'm telling you, your politicians know what they are doing. They know what is right because they send their children abroad. When they are sick, they go abroad. They've seen the best of life abroad. But when they come back, in order to keep you in a state of squalor, they choose to make sure you guys, you will beg for mercy. You will cry that you are hungry. We are hungry. We are hungry. People of Nigeria, that they saw you guys as a giant of Africa. Today, you are begging and crying that you are hungry. But those carrying AK-47, those terrorists, they are paying them every month. They are funding them in their mission. And guess what? They are feeding them every day. That's the ultimate analysis of a non-kinetic approach, according to your Nigerian government and the military. Make that make sense. But when it comes home to the Biafrans, we blackmail our own, we kill our own, we burn the house of our own, we sabotage our own, we envy our own, we hate our own, we bear false witness against our own. The other day, there was this young boy. Those men, they saw him and they said, oh, see bullet for ground, oh, see bullet. You saw a bullet for ground and you killed that boy. Your men dropped a bullet on the ground. Because of that, you killed that small boy, that Biafran boy. But you saw on TV a terrorist carrying cartridges all over his chest. Bullets all over his chest. And nobody killed him. And the Igbo, the Biafrans, now who was this thing? Now who was this thing? Why don't we respect our adage that says, Makobi Wanne, for the love of your brother? You see, I think money and the lust for money, the love for money has made us to lose our dignity. We have lost who we are. Because we love money so much, you are quick to go and tell Nigerian government the hideout of your freedom fighters, to blackmail them where they are sleeping. You go and tell the Nigerian government they pay you 1 million, then they go in to kill that person, his brother, his sister, his mother, his wife, his children. They burn the house down. Anything on 2 legs in that house will burn to death. This love for money is the problem. Because I don't understand how you can't see what's going on here. This same Nigeria, they waged a war with us during the Biafran war. They came and waged a war with us. We were being killed in the north, and they brought back dead bodies from the north to the eastern region. And even when we say, okay, on Aburi we stand, we went for a peaceful agreement. And at the end, to solve this problem, it's okay, we have agreed on all these itineraries on our Aburi. We stand on these agreements. But Nigeria came back and did the unthinkable. Yakubu Gowon came and said there is no such thing as an agreement. And they came to wage war on us. All we did was defend ourselves. All we did was defend ourselves. But today, you that they killed, you that they stole your land from, you that they stole your houses from, your real estate from, which they call the abandoned properties, you that they stole all your money from the bank. Nigeria did that to you, all the money in your bank, and they gave you 20 pounds to eat and die, to eat and become a beggar, an almajiri in Nigeria. Their plan was to make you to become the beggars of Nigeria, the almajiri of Nigeria. That was a plan, a plot designed by the Nigerian government. That, okay, this one has 1 million, give him 20 pounds. This one has 10,000, give him 20 pounds. 500,000, 20 pounds. 100,000, 20 pounds. What do you do with 20 pounds? What do you do? What can you do? Even today, what can you do with 10,000 naira? Think about that. They stole all what you had and gave you 20 pounds to eat and die. To eat and then come and beg for mercy, to come and beg for food, to say we are hungry. I believe that was the second phase of the food blockade. But the moment they relaxed the law of, imposing a food blockade on us, when there was no food coming in, now that the war is over, they claim no victor, no vanquish. They came with a second policy to punish us mentally and turn us into servitudes in Nigeria by giving you 20 pounds. What can you buy with 20 pounds? What can you buy with 20 pounds? Your home is ruined, bombs everywhere. Your village was ruined. Your community was destroyed. How do you rebuild your life with 20 pounds? How do you feed your family with 20 pounds? And today, that country that did that to you, you are working with them to sabotage your brothers who want to free you from Nigeria. You went all the way to Finland, a Scandinavian country, a very cold country. You flew to Finland. Your flight was paid for by the Nigerian government. Your the BTA or whatever was given to you, the stipends you spent, the hotel, everything that you did and spent in Finland was given to you by the Nigerian government. Your governors, Bianca Ojukwu and the rest of them. And she came to lie that Simon Ekpa is a problem. Get Simon Ekpa out of the way and Nnamdi Kanu will be a free man. Because you guys, you are myopic. You are shallow-minded. Your IQ is very, very low to an extent. You claim to be a freedom fighter, but you have a very low IQ. You are childlike. You think and reason like a child. That's why you assume that if you sell your brother Simon Ekpa, Nigeria, a devil, will finally free Nnamdi Kanu. Most of you now, you are embarrassed. Now, what's going on here now? We will shout that Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. We have gone to Finland court to say Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. We have done all these things. We have blamed all the killings in Biafra land on Simon Ekpa. Then how come they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu? We've done all these things. We have sabotaged our own for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But the Nigerian government, they are still holding him. What's going on? What's going on? Bianca Ojukwu, you promised us. You promised us. Our governors, as you call them. Sir, you promised us now. What is going on here now? You told us, say, Simon Ekpa will lock him up, then Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. We have played our own part now. We have gone to Finland. We have testified. We went through all the scripts given to us by the Nigerian, their legal team. And we took it to Finland. And we said Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. That he is the one responsible for all the killings, atrocities happening in IPOB or in Biafra land. We've done all these things. We've played our part. How come they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu? Because you guys, you are so stupid and foolish. You were doing a deal with the devil. A third party. You think Bianca has the power to influence the caliphate? No. You guys have done the biggest mistakes in your life. You've given Nigeria the chance now to destroy all our leaders and freedom fighters. Today, Nigeria now has all the keys. They have all the playing cards. They have Simon Ekpa in Finland. They have Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Britain is saying nothing. It means they have Britain in their pockets. For the fact that Britain is seeing what is happening to a black British. Nnamdi Kanu is a black British. She left Britain on a holiday to Kenya with a British passport. Britain till this day don't give a damn about Nnamdi Kanu's whereabouts. They don't care. Because Finland and Britain, they are the same. The white man is not your friend. The white man is not your friend. They are only there for a transaction. Their so-called relationship with you is called transactional relationship. But you as a black man, when you see the white man, you love him so much. You have an emotional relationship with them, because when you see a white man, you see Jesus. You see a white woman, you see Mary. So in your mind, in your subconscious psychological mind, you think they are there for you. They love you. They have come to take you to heaven. They will be the one to solve your problems. They have all the answers. You assume. No, you won't know. We can trust them. But today, a black British that was kidnapped from Kenya, sent to Nigeria through an extraordinary rendition. Britain don't keep a mouth, Pem. Britain is not speaking about it. What about Finland? A politician in the name of Simon Ekpa, a politician in Finland, a man without a criminal record in Finland, a man who was in their military or whatever he did then, paramilitary and all those things, a sniper for Finland. Finland did the unthinkable, called him a terrorist, gave him a 6-year sentence by the help of his own people. And today now, Nigeria is not happy. They have helped us solve our problem now. They have helped Simon Ekpa. We now have Nnamdi Kanu. It's a field day. And today, Sowore is explaining to you that Nnamdi Kanu is going through persecution, not prosecution. Because if it is prosecution, once the judge says, oh, this man is acquitted, they will leave him, but no. How many times have you been set free? How many times? Nigeria refused to let him go. They came with their witness. Witness AAA, witness BBB, witness CCC, witness ZDD, witness EEE. A charade before the courts. And the only thing left for the legal team of Nnamdi to do is to put in a no-case submission, because there was not, those guys said nothing. Those witnesses said nothing. All they were saying was hearsay, hearsay, hearsay. I hear say, it be like say, them talk say, he's this. I heard he's this. Where is the proof? I don't have it. No comment. They put in a case of a no-case submission. But the judge, James Omotosho, said no. Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer. And when the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu said, Your Excellency, what do you mean, sir? Don't you know about even the extraordinary rendition for the fact he was kidnapped from Kenya, brought to Nigeria? You don't allow Nigeria to gain from their illegal activities. When they caught him, they say, okay, before me, there is no proof of, no evidence of the extraordinary rendition. Something that is already academics. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry knows that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. Everybody knows about it. But to the judge, he said, there is no evidence before me. And when they probed him further, they said, okay, in 8 days' time, bring me the proof. Let me see. You and I know they are wasting their time. If you like, bring the proof from Kenya, where Kenya said what Nigeria did was wrong. I want you all to know that even Kenya was in bed with Nigeria. It was all planned. It was all planned. So the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, I know you are looking at this thing from a legal standpoint, but I'm sorry. Nnamdi Kanu is going through no trial. He is going through persecution, being a Biafran man. That's something you guys need to understand. You are looking at what is happening as if it's a legal case that you're trying to flex and sort the problem out. No, to Nigeria, they have Nnamdi Kanu where they want him. Technically, he has spent 10 years in jail now because they've held him for 5 years straight. So technically, he has spent 10 years in jail. And I heard the Fulanis, they keep on saying, Walai talai, Nnamdi Kanu will spend 15 years in jail. Walai talai. They've been saying those words 15. It became a buzzword. From a buzzword, it became a team. THEME, a team. Everywhere you see them, they keep saying, Walai talai, 15 years he will spend in jail. And now their new slogan is, he will die in jail. And before your eyes, we're hearing that our leader is sick. We're now hearing that our leader is sick. Let's continue with our brother, Sowore. I'm very, very sad. I'm angry. I am angry with my own people. Not with Nigeria, because I know Nigeria is a devil. I expect Nigeria to do what they are doing because I know the antics of the devil. I expect Nigeria to do what they are doing. I'll be a fool to think Nigeria will release Nnamdi Kanu because I know we are at war. He's been held. That's one of the prized assets of war. He's a prisoner of war. I know that, but you guys keep on saying you are going through a court case. Some of you, you pray to Jesus, you beg God to touch the heart of the super president called Tinubu. No, it is bigger than, it's even bigger than him. It is bigger than Tinubu now. It's bigger than him. What's going on is bigger than Tinubu. With all due respect, it is bigger than him. It's bigger than him. What's going on is bigger than Tinubu himself. Because at first we assumed Buhari was the problem. Now Buhari did one. Now Buhari is dead and gone, but the same antics is still playing in the government of Tinubu. That tells you there is a bigger hand, an unseen hand, an invisible hand controlling the affairs of Nigeria, telling them what to do to Nnamdi Kanu. The cabal. We know the enemy, but my only anger is whenever we want to face the enemy, the Yorubas, you allow your politicians to come in and step in and cause all these squabbles, all this misalignment and miscommunication and misunderstanding. They step in all the time in favor of the caliphate. That's the only anger I have sometimes with the Yorubas. I don't hate you guys, but you allow your politicians to do these things and you guys don't call them out. That's my anger with you guys. You don't call your own out. You don't come and say, not in my name, oh, Tinubu, what you are doing, oh, is not in our name. Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter, oh, what you are doing, oh, it is not in our name. That's all we need from you guys. That statement alone is sufficient alone. But you guys don't do it. You keep quiet. You pretend not to know what's happening. You pretend. Today, your state is going now. Kwara State, they are killing you guys there, but you pretend not to know what's going on there. You don't want to discuss it. You want to leave it and hope that this partnership you have with the caliphate will solve the problem. You hope that the caliphate will leave you guys alone and focus on the Igbos. That's the problem. To you guys, you see it as politics, and that's the problem. You don't see what's happening. Kwara State is going as we speak. They are stopping you guys from doing your culture in Kwara, to practice your culture, your tradition in Kwara as we speak. But your focus is the Igbos. The Igbos have come to steal your Lagos. When you know every land bought or owned by an Igbo man or a Biafran man, they paid for it. You know they paid the top dollar for it. Even those land they have to sandfield. They bought a swamp and they sandfield it. Build something nice on it, and today you are angry. But back in the days, those were some, swamps. As a kid, back in the days, we used to go to those swamps to catch fish, arrow fish. I used to go with my senior, my uncle then and the rest of them in the weekends. Those area you call VI now, Victoria Island, other things, Lekki. Those were swamps. They used to go down into those swamps then to catch catfish, arrowfish back in the days. We carry a very big sack. Those catfish don't die. Very, very big catfish. They'll be catching them, throw them in the bag. They don't die, even not in water, when they're not in water, on ordinary sack, those catfish don't die. I'm asking myself, how come these things don't die? As a kid, I used to watch them. Swamp. Then once they are done, they carry everything, hey, you know. Close to sometimes they can even catch up to 50 fish. You know what I mean? This were swamps then, but today, when you look at those houses, you wonder, wow, it's a miracle that people bought, because then as they're catching a fish, you'll see where some trucks don't drop sand. People are just filling up sand. Then over time, they stop doing those fishing thing there because everywhere was sand filled. Igbo man come by swamp to build houses on top, and today you are envying them. See, they change swamp. Oh, Lord have mercy. Please, let's continue to our brother Sowore, a guy I really like so much. He's, you know, see how free he is speaking. This is what you expect when someone is free in a country. This is how you speak, and nobody will hold you. See the way he's speaking as a free man. Sometimes I ask by myself, to the Yorubas, what freedom do you want? You're already free in Nigeria. You're already a free man in Nigeria. If you can speak the way Sowore is speaking, you're a free man in Nigeria. And that partnership is there. You and the caliphate, you guys are free in Nigeria. You're a free man. You have your liberty in Nigeria. To call a spade a spade. But what the question is, how long will that last? That freedom, how long will it last? Because we know Nigeria very well. They are coming. The story of Afonja Alimi. Back in the days, they will play that same script. The partnership went well until Afonja and his best friend, the Fulani man, Alimi, became old. When they passed away. Now, Alimi, the Fulani man, Alimi, his first son, Abubakar, rose up and said, I am the strongest. I am the warrior of this town. I suppose become the king of this town. And whosoever objects me being the king should meet me at the battleground. There was a pillage. Yorubas were killed by Abdul Salami, the son of Alimi. The other time I took my time and I broke down the story. The same story you are seeing now. Alimi was doing what? Pastoring. Him and his cows and his men, his headsmen back then, they were doing pastoring, going from town to town, chopping the grass of everywhere. But Afonja now saw this man called Alimi, how great he is with his army. And when he said, oh, please, can we come to your town, to your village and perch for the night? Make our cow come chop the grass for now. During those days, you know, grass will come helping her chop grass. Cow will come chop grass for her, you know. He said, okay, yeah, feel free, come. You know, you can chop that area there, chop that place there, so that once your cow chop the grass, we will now come and plant, you know, crops. Then in the evening, Afonja and Alimi were discussing. Afonja now heard the story of Alimi being a warrior, having his men, his headsmen, his Boko Haram, his ISIS, his ISWAP. Afonja now used Alimi's men to conquer the Yoruba land. All the neighboring land, Afonja conquered it. And there was a partnership between Afonja and Alimi. Exactly what is happening now in the 21st century. It played out back then. You see, the Fulani people, you might think they are stupid, but they are smart. All they have to do is follow a particular script that worked before. So Afonja and Alimi, they now joined together. The army of Alimi helped him. They conquered everywhere. The real empire then, you know, the king then, the Oba, they had to run away. They ran away. Things were going good. Things appeared to be good until old age. Afonja don't old. Alimi don't old. The children of Afonja and Alimi, they grow up. Suddenly, Abdul Salami, the first son of Alimi, now said, look, I am the heir to the throne. Make me king, make me emir. In some other books, they said they killed Afonja. He was poisoned and killed. Some say, oh, no, that after the whole deal, he was tied up to a tree. They said he knew too much. He can't be trusted. They tied him up to the tree and he was killed. We heard all those stories, but the real story, because I've taken my time to do some research, they were best of friends until old age. Afonja and Limi, they were best of friends until old age. Problem came when both of them died. That was when the children now rose up and said they have the right to rule that place. Because during those days, now who be the warriors? Now they rule now. And the Fulani ruled the Yoruba land. Lord have mercy. The same thing is happening to today. Ilori and Kwara. There is something phenomenal about, something interesting about Ilori. To the Yorubas, do your research. Understand why those guys want that place. And now they are encroaching on the other areas now. Kwara now, in fact, things, headsmen are there already. They are buying you guys left, right, and center. And you still believe in this partnership. Okay. To each its own. But before I wrap it up, let us hear our brother again. Sowore, break this one down, please. Listen.
That long time ago. In fact, when I met Nnamdi Kanu, I used to say, I met him in New York when I was on my way to Nigeria in 2019. At the time I got arrested for revolution now. And he was telling me, I've told this story several times, he said, Sowore, you are mad. How are you going to Nigeria? At the time I got arrested for revolution now.
Listen.
And he was telling me, I've told this story several times, he said, Sowore, you are mad. How are you going to Nigeria at this time? They just tried to kill me in my father's house. And they killed 20-something people. I barely escaped. I said to him, and it came to pass, if they need you and they want you wherever you are hiding, they'll come and get you. And that's what they did to him by going to Kenya. They abducted him. Till today, nobody can tell you how Nnamdi Kanu got to Nigeria officially. It was a kidnap, an international kidnap action. And you cannot cure that flaw in his trial. You can't go and kidnap somebody and bring him to court and bring him to trial. But they know what they are doing.
Legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, are you hearing this? Because I'm not happy with you guys that you guys said you were confused when the judge mentioned this. When you were making your no-claim case or submission, don't assume that Nigeria is fair. You know the devil when you're dealing with one. You make sure all the whole evidence you have from the beginning, you forward everything, you attach everything. I am shocked that you did not put the case of Kenya in that your no-case claim, where Kenya said, in fact, their hands are not there. To them, Nnamdi Kanu is still in Kenya because there was no documentation that shows that he exited Kenya or he departed Kenya. And that what Nigeria did was wrong. How come in your no-case submission, you didn't put all those documentations there? You gave the judge the leeway to claim, say, well, on my desk, there is no evidence here of, extraordinary rendition. That was the mistake you guys made. Because you assumed you are dealing with people who are fair. You assumed you are dealing with a trial. That's the problem. When you assume what you are going through is a trial, then it is now, academic now. Everybody now knows that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. So the judge knows about it. But because what you are going through is not a trial, but a what? Oh my God. God have mercy. You guys, well, I won't blame you guys because everybody knew about that story. But unfortunately, because what they are holding him for is to keep him there. The judge now played a very fast one. Say, well, on my desk, there's no proof here to say Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya through an ignorant or extraordinary rendition. For the fact that that judge made those statements, it tells you Nnamdi Kanu is going through what? A persecution. They won't release him, but you guys keep on doing your best. I will not stop you guys from doing what you keep on doing what you are doing. Give what belongs to Caesar, and to God, to God. It's in your Bible now. You see that Bible, sometimes you guys must learn how to interpret them. It's in your Bible. When they came to Jesus, he said, okay, no. Give what belongs to Caesar, and to God, to God. So I say to you guys, give what belongs to Nigeria, and to Biafra, to Biafra. We the Biafrans, we don't believe in that nonsense they are doing in that court. We the real Biafrans. But those who are using this freedom fighting as politics, they assume that by taking some money and going to Finland to blackmail Simon Ekpa, then and only then will Nigeria release Nnamdi Kanu. Very big mistake. Today, before their eyes, Bianca Ojukwu that promised them. Where is she now? God, I beg, let's continue. Show what continue.
So I hope that those who are his supporters and Nigerians who believe in justice will understand that is what he's about. He is a prisoner, not, you can say prisoner of conscience, of course he is, but he's a prisoner to the Nigerian project. The desire to keep Nigeria one, united, undividable.
Well said.
That is his crime. And those kind of crimes are not for trial. You can't get a court of law to convict him for that because it's not a crime.
Well said.
And that's how we tell people all the time. If you see all these razzmatazz going on, the judge from day one already know that I didn't commit a crime. In this case that we came to today, Justice Lima knew that there was no crime committed by calling the IGP illegal because it's illegal. Yes. The issue to be resolved is very simple. You cannot lead the police if you are not in the police force.
Listen.
It's as simple as that. Otherwise, I'm qualified to be IG then. Yes, throw it open. Let anybody apply for it. Then you can make MC Oluomo the IGP of police. We won't complain. You understand? It is just like saying, look, judges are entitled to spend how many years now? 70 years.
All right, let's stop it there because I'm not here to discuss the affairs of that so-called Nigeria. I don't care about their politics. I don't care about their antics. I'm only here to let you know the good words that our brother said about Nnamdi Kanu. That's the way it is. So I'll leave it here. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, I keep on saying this from the beginning. Hear me, lend me your ears, because sometimes you guys, you enter from the left, you go out from the right. You guys don't understand. When we say these things, we know what we say because we have tested Nigeria. Under the test, we know their antics. We know Nigeria very well. You guys who are praying to God, oh Lord, in Jesus' name, please touch the president to release Nnamdi Kanu as he goes to court in the name of God. Touch the president, touch the judge, touch. You're just wasting your time. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Pastors who are saying the vision, oh, I did this here, and you are wasting your time. Those pastors, they are as useless as a tissue paper. You're wasting your time. We know Nigeria. We have tested Nigeria. We know their antics, how they roll, what they are capable of doing. We know the ability of Nigeria, the capability of Nigeria, how far they can go to keep that so-called one. That even till this day, Yakubu Gowon is scared to speak about what is happening in Plateau State. The man who kept Nigeria one, the man whose name was coined as an acronym, go on with one nation. Then he was feeling so proud. Yes, they call me go on, which means go on with one nation. So I believe what I'm doing is an act of God. God wants Nigeria to be one, and nobody can stop it. We shall fight and make Nigeria one. Those were his words. They were praising him, calling him, go on one nation, go on. Today, Plateau State is under siege. And because he wants to maintain the status quo with the owners of Nigeria, he has chosen not to speak out. He has chosen not to speak out. The same thing Ojukwu saw in 1967. Gowon is seeing it now, playing his own backyard, in his own village. But he has refused to speak out. That's to show you that he knows who owns Nigeria. and he is scared to speak out, not speak to the power when it comes to the affairs of Nigeria. Lord have mercy. The only way to speak to Nigeria in a language they understand. But you guys keep on, sabotaging us. You keep on sabotaging our leaders. Simon Ekpa was the only one that could speak that language of Nigeria. An eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, tat for tat. A life for a life, a favor for a favor. I don't give a damn. That's the language Nigeria understands. You must speak to them effectively, and effective communication in a language that as they understand. But you guys said no. Blame Simon Ekpa. He is the problem. You even came with a lie. Hey, Simon Ekpa is working for Tinubu. Now, Tinubu boy, yes, when he was a sports star, when he was doing his athletics, it was Tinubu that sent him to England. Tinubu is the one that sent him abroad to go and do race. But when he now got the injury, he went to politics. So now, as a way to thank Tinubu, he has come in to pretend like he's a member of IPOB. He has come in to pretend like he's working for Nnamdi Kanu, but he's the one that puts Nnamdi Kanu in jail. He is the one that blackmailing Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one killing the people of Biafra. He is the one that is doing this. He's doing that. Oh my God. You help Nigeria to sabotage the only person that gave Nnamdi Kanu hope. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Odudua, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.